Hello everyone, Clark Meyer with the Rise to Wealth here, and wanted to make a quick video on comparing Reno versus Sacramento from a real estate investing perspective. These are two markets I'm very interested in as more of an equity play, so this would be a little bit different from my normal cash flow investing. As you may know, I have several rental properties in Indianapolis, specifically for cash flow, and I'm interested in diversifying my portfolio a little bit. So considering two markets that are relatively close to me that I think have a lot of potential for growth, that being Reno and well as Sacramento. Both are about 2 to 3 hours drive from San Francisco, so they're within a distance that's easy for me to drive there and actually take a look and walk through some houses, which I had the opportunity to do this weekend. So wanted to make this video to give a recap, as well as some of the tools I use in advance to understand the metrics there and the economy, and why I think that whether you choose Reno or Sacramento, I think there's definitely opportunity for anybody investing there for a couple of reasons. So if you can see here, I'm actually on a blog post from Buildium, which is a property management software. I'm not sure if you've used it or if you have your property managers use it. I've heard of it, but I thought they had a really cool post that I wanted to put here that has the top 50 places to invest in 2019, and Reno is one of those. This is actually considered a Tier 2 city. Sacramento is considered a Tier 1 city. Sacramento has much larger population, obviously, but I'll post this link in the description, and it gives reasons for why you might want to invest in Reno, as well as links to all of the reasons why. So really cool link, and I'll post this in the description again for anybody to check out. If I scroll up to the top, you'll see that it has listings for all the cities, Atlanta, Austin, Boise. Here's the Tier 1. So if I want to take a look at Sacramento, here's Sacramento as well. It gives some more reasons on maybe why you want to consider Sacramento as well. So definitely check out this link. But if I dive into specifically some of the really important metrics like the economy and housing, vacancy rates, things like that, I always go to Sperling's Best, which I've referenced in previous videos as an amazing tool if you're wanting to compare specific metrics of two different cities. So here I've actually got housing in Reno versus Sacramento. So as you can see, I've got the median home price as well as the appreciation of the last 12 months and last 5 years. So from an appreciation standpoint, Reno has a little bit of an edge, 9.4 versus 5.6, and appreciation of the last 5 years, 68 versus 53. So I'm sure all of us watching probably wishes we would have bought either one of these places 5 years ago. Probably would have made some great equity on that. And another important metric is to look at housing vacancy, because you want to make sure that you don't have a vacant rental property. You want to have 10 applications within an hour of posting that it's available. So this is something really important to take a look at. And if you also want to take a look at economy, this is another area that's really important if you're considering a specific region or city to invest in. So unemployment rate in Reno is 3.4, unemployment rate for Sacramento is 4.2, and if you look at future job growth, Reno is 5.1 and Sacramento is 3.4. So definitely some differences there, but Reno's a little bit of a smaller city, so in terms of growth rate, that helps it a little bit. So if we dive specifically into each market, from here, I've got the Zillow median home price. It says that Sacramento is actually more of a buyer's market right now, so it's better to be a seller than it is to be a buyer. And if you look at the median home rate, obviously it's gone up a lot since 2011, 2012, and Zillow is forecasting it to just continue to go up. There's not a lot of supply in Sacramento, and there's a lot of demand and great things going on there. Sacramento just had their new MLS soccer team announced, so that's going to bring, I'm sure, a lot of jobs and wealth to the area. So lots of interesting things going on in Sacramento, and for that reason I think it's still considered a very hot market, so good for you if you're a seller. Reno, on the other hand, is considered more of a cool market, so more of a buyer's market right now. When I was out there, some of the houses were sitting for maybe 60, 70 days. And if you look at the trend line, it goes way up and then it flattens out here over almost since 2018 to now. So very flat, and Zillow forecasts it to continue to go flat. So is it going to continue to go flat and go up, or maybe go down? That's a lot of the questions some people have, is There's been all this talk of there's a recession coming. I don't think anybody really knows exactly what's going to happen, but there's a lot of uncertainty in the market, specifically for real estate and everything else. Now, if I wanted to take a look at both of these on a trend line, I can see here we've got Reno and Sacramento over the years, and this is Redfin data. Another great tool I would definitely consider to check out if you're interested in real estate investing. I'm going to talk about the median sales price, but you can also look at inventory and month supply. So you can really see some specific details here if you're analyzing two different markets. So it looks like the trend line is very similar. Both of them have been going up. This is again from 2010 to now. So both of them have pretty healthy markets, great economy, low unemployment rate, and high growth. So great markets, I think, if you're looking for an appreciation play. And the last one I wanted to check out from a research website perspective is Hotpads. So here in Hotpads, I'm actually in Reno looking at 3-2 houses in this specific area, which is in Northwest Reno, and specifically everything that is west of McCarran Boulevard, where I have a friend that lives over there who also invests in Reno. And some of these are priced pretty high. I think this is 1,700 is probably where you want to have these rentals in terms of price point, and you can probably get these houses for maybe $350, $360, maybe $320 if it needs some work. And the interesting thing on Hotpads is if you scroll down, you can actually see the competition for this rental. It's been viewed 20 times in the past week. No one has contacted the listing, so you really want to see some contacts. So this is Reno, and if I go to Sacramento, I'll talk about the areas I looked over there. And specifically the areas I looked at in Sacramento was Tahoe Park, which is right here. If you're from Sacramento, you probably know that this area has been changing a lot. Elmhurst and kind of Oak Park, Elmhurst, Tahoe Park is going through a rapid gentrification. So I looked at some rentals over here. We'll take a look at this one, 1,800. It looks like it's a pretty nice rental. Looks like it's laminate or wood on the ground. So let's see if this has any contacts. So been viewed 13 times, no contacts. The area is actually more interested in, and I was leaning towards, is actually in this area called Rancho Cordova, which is right over here. It has newer housing stock, and if you look at some of these rentals, they're actually higher rents. So let's take a look at maybe one of these. Okay, so here's one for 1,900. And these houses were built in 2000s, or even newer, somewhere 2012. So no contacts here. Let's take a look at this one. So this is a nice looking house, 2,100. And so it's got 15 views and 1 contact. So that's probably a good rental to have. And you probably get some good tenants there. So very curious what other people think. These are the two markets I took a look at. And so we went over some of the reasons for why you might want to invest in Reno or Sacramento, as well as how to use specific research tools to understand, is this a good market from a fundamentals perspective, low vacancy, high growth rate, increasing jobs, all of that, as well as what to look at from a historical perspective from median home growth. So hope you found this video of value, and please like and subscribe if you want to see more. Thanks again.